Welcome back, Saber fans. Tony here from RoninSabers, and today another install review for you. If you're new to the channel, I do install, repair, and review these sabers, so please like, comment, and subscribe. I also have a website, RoninSabers.com, where you can find my finished products and sound fonts. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out the link in the description below. So here we have an XR Kun lightsaber. This one is called Corruption. I believe this is made by Phoenix Props. I could be wrong. I forget the company's name. It escapes me suddenly. But yeah, very, very nice. Of course, it's a very small staff lightsaber. The chassis for this wasn't due to release until February, and by the time I got it, I started designing a chassis for it. So it's a 3-part chassis. You've got these on the emitter side, which are very, very nice. You got the Shtok V3 connector in there. You've got the Proffieboard 2.2 running ProffieOS 6.7. You've got a channel here that slides into the chassis and the button, so it can't really move back and forth very easily. You've got a 24mm speaker in there, Smuggler's Outpost, and then of course Saber's rotary connector in the inside. So very, very nice. It's the 20.5mm one, for those that are wondering. And I've got a little battery core, so this just has positive and negative. And I'll show you kind of the assembly here. The claws are glued in as well. Originally it came without them being glued in, so I glued all 8 of them. So very, very nice, very, very sharp, I should say. Sharp as in, you know, cool looking. But yeah, so you have the battery connection there. You've got the bullseyes on either side. You've got the positive and negative for the battery. This just serves as a battery cell, so it doesn't really do anything when you put the battery in. It only has it only gives purpose when the chassis parts are inside or installed to the saber. And so, of course, you got to line up the button with the button here, red button there, and then you can screw this in. It's a bit hard to screw in sometimes just because the claws are kind of in the way. You can't really grip the actual body of the hilt. And so then you can unscrew this section here. You get your battery connection there. The saber should boot up. Yeah, so it'll give you the XR Kun boot up sound. The customer here wanted several blade styles, custom blade styles. A lot of them are blue. It's an XR Kun lightsaber, so I don't think anybody's made an XR Kun sound font. So that's next on my list. So once the chassis are lined up and the button placements are both lined up as well, of course, you've got ignition from both sides of the saber and blasters and features and all that jazz. So this has about 10 fonts, I believe, on it. So without further ado, let's put in a blade, or blades, and show you off the fonts. Alright, so we have a 27-inch blade here and a 32 blade on the other side. They will come with a blade for the customer to use and stuff. He already has one blade, and we talked about that. The sound venting in here is underneath these grips. So I cranked the speakers as loud as they could without blowing them, of course, and it's still a pretty quiet saber. And he's okay with that. He actually prefers quiet sabers, which is fine. But so in the video, it might just be quiet. But as you can see, both, if I can't hit the door, both blades work. I guess you can't see that very well. There you go. See lightning block on both ends, which is cool. But yeah. XR Kun, I believe, was one of the first saber staff wielders, I believe. And so it was very, very cool to kind of get to install this saber. But yeah. So for the rest of the video, I'll just demo with the one because it'll be easier for functionality. So I can swing around and show you all the features and stuff. But very, very cool saber. Okay, now that we've got 2 blades out, or at least 1 blade in, I can show you all the features and stuff. So just tap to turn on. This is featuring 1 button for both Proffies. This font is Thexan by K-Sith on the Eternal Twins bundle. And so he wanted to code them blue because, of course, XR Kun and stuff like that. When you boot up the saber, it'll say XR Kun from the archived stuff from the Old Republic. But yeah, of course, a pretty quiet saber. But you can see here a really cool kind of blade style. Pulses upward, not quite unstable, but just very, very close to it. So just tap for blasters. Of course, there's clashes. Yeah, probably better to do it on the blade, but the Proffieboard sits about where the emitter is, so you get blade clash detection instead of clash on the second Proffieboard as well. And so hold and clash for lockup. Of course, double tap and hold for lightning block. Oh, there you go. You see that a lot better here too. Personally, I think it'd be really cool to see a XR Kun lightsaber like this, but have like an actual pommel. And have the 1 button and everything, because I think that'd be a really, really cool idea. It'd be almost like Revan's, where it's just the claws and then the pommel, but I digress. For color changing, you want to tap 4 times, and when you go into color changing mode, you can just rotate your saber. Oh, I'm going to do that a lot, aren't I? For tracks or track players, you can either tilt the blade up and double tap, or most of these will just have track players. You can tilt the blade sideways and double tap. This one just has the Thexan tracks and stuff on there. You can rotate them to change the tracks. One of these is custom made. There we go. This is the archive footage.
But his fall to the dark side set the stage for the Mandalorian Wars and the eventual fall of Revenant.
Which is very, very cool.
As a young Jedi, Exar Kun exhibited a strong connection to the Force. Through long practice, he achieved.
Yeah. Next up, for changing fonts, you just want to hold down for 2 seconds and let go.
You're supposed to be dead.
I forget what this one is. I'm going to forget all of them because they're not coded the way I would code them and stuff. But yeah, I'll just go through all of them. I'm sure I'll remember. I think this is an Inquisitor from the Kyberphonic bundle. So this one's actually unstable. This is very cool. Get that better there. Whoops. I'm going to keep doing that. It does have gesture features. If you're trying to turn on one blade and turn off the other, gesture features will just turn on one and turn off the other. But yeah, this will also have tracks on there as well. This one has Samuel Kim's General Grievous theme on there. But yeah, very interesting. Yeah, next up. This is AM by Kyberphonic, a part of the Twins bundle for the Visions sound fonts. Sound fonts. Another unstable, inspired one. Also blue. Very, very nice. This one, I believe, also has tracks on there. Next up. I don't remember this. Protocol? No. I don't remember this one either. I'm not going to remember any of these fonts. This one I like. I know that. Some of these are by Juan Sith. I think that's why I forget it. It's not usually sound fonts that I know and use all the time. His smooth swing is exceptionally quiet, so it doesn't help at all with this saber. But it's a deep blue flicker on there, which is quite nice. A rotoscoping blade. This, of course, is the Arkin version of the Eternal Twins. Now, the customer here wanted kind of a Viridian kind of color to it, but with a pulse, which is slow pulse here. You'll see, oh, if I can do it, there you go. Slow pulse there. But he also wanted the dual phase blade, so you can just rotate it, and it will change the intensity of the saber. There we go. So it turns a darker, deeper blue. Oh, if I can turn it to rotate it. There you go. And so it'll stay. So you can technically fine-tune the crystal and make it more intense and stuff like that. And you can go back to normal as well, which is cool. Very cool. Next up. This is Proto Saber by K Sith, or just Proto. Very, very nice. A light blue for this one as well. Kind of a deep sky blue. Unstable as well. This one sounds pretty nice on the saber. Yeah. I'm gonna keep doing that. Yeah, next up.
At last we will have revenge.
This is Menace V2 by Kyberphonic. A rotoscoping blade for this one as well. This one also sounds really good on the saber. Next up.
Master Dooku.
This is Juan Sith's version of Dooku's font from the Tales of the Jedi. Rotoscoping blade for this as well, a deep sky blue. here. So yeah, very nice. This one has a custom track on there as well. Or several, I should say. This is one of my favorites. But yeah. I'm sure I missed the custom tracks on some of them.
The Emperor's Hand.
This is The Emperor's Hand by Kyberphonic. This is Mara Jade sound font, which also fits the saber very well, mainly because Mara Jade and during iJedi, Luke Skywalker and his new Jedi Order face Exar Kun. Spoiler alert. And so, this is also a rotoscoping blade, which is kind of a purplish pink. And so, it's a bit high on the flicker, though. So I might go back and change that up, but yeah.
Give me the holocron.
I don't recall who this one is either, but I'm pretty sure it's a Juan Sith one. Oh, is it it's in the Inquisitor one. It's the Resolve Inquisitor. This one is also kind of a more Viridian color. Very, very cool. Next up. And last but not least, you have your passive battery monitor, which fades from green to red, depending on the battery voltage, and of course, the party blade. Oh. It's a lot better here. Oh, I was about to do gestures again. So that includes the install for the Exarchon Corruption lightsaber. Of course, I hope the customer enjoys it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day, and may the Force be with you.